Stone Village. The Hidden Stone is known for its mastery of earth release and the rare, terrifying particle style. This village produced some of the toughest shinobi in the series, and the debate for strongest ever comes down to three names: Deidara, Mu, and Onoki. Deidara was explosive in every sense of the word. His clay creations were devastating, and his artistic C4 technique, tiny microscopic bombs that could kill on a cellular level, was deadly enough to challenge even the strongest Uchiha. But here's the thing, he only developed those techniques after leaving the stone and joining the Akatsuki. During his time as a loyal stone shinobi, he wasn't at that peak yet. Then we've got Mu, the second Tsuchikage. He was a master of particle style, could erase anything on a molecular level, and had the ability to completely erase his presence from the battlefield. This made him a deadly assassin, and in lore, he was considered one of the strongest leaders the stone ever had. But standing above them is Onoki, the third Tsuchikage, old, cranky, and with back pain so bad he could barely stand sometimes. But don't let that fool you. In the Fourth Great Ninja War, Onoki was the MVP among the 5 Kage against Madara. He was the one breaking everyone out of genjutsu, the one landing the most damaging blows, and the one keeping morale alive when things looked impossible. Even Madara himself noted Onoki's power. What's even crazier is that according to the data books, Onoki actually got stronger with age. While most shinobi decline as they grow old, Onoki honed his particle style to a level beyond Mu's. That puts him at the very top. So the crown goes to Onoki. He was the backbone of his village, a legend who carried the weight of his people literally and figuratively on Rain Village. Omegakure, the village hidden in the rain, though not one of the 5 great shinobi nations, deserves recognition as a significant village. This small village, located in an unknown land, carries a history filled with bloodshed and tragedy. True to its name, it is perpetually shrouded in unending heavy rain. Omegakure's geographic location, situated between 3 great ninja nations, turned it into a battleground for countless wars. During the Great Ninja Wars, it became a site of intense conflict, leaving much of its population as war refugees. For many years, Omegakure was under the leadership of Hanzo the Salamander, a remarkably powerful shinobi. During the Second Great Ninja War, he single-handedly defeated an army from Konohagakure, sparing only 3 survivors: Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade, who would later become the legendary Sannin. Omegakure was also the birthplace of 3 significant figures: Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan. These war orphans were trained by Jiraiya and later founded the Akatsuki organization. Initially, Akatsuki was created with the noble aim of bringing peace to the ninja world. However, Hanzo, fearing the growing influence of the organization, conspired with Danzo Shimura from Konohagakure to ambush them. In a tragic turn of events, Konan was taken hostage, and Nagato was forced to choose between the lives of his 2 closest friends. Yahiko, unwilling to let his friends suffer, chose to sacrifice himself by impaling himself on Nagato's kunai. Yahiko's death marked the beginning of a series of tragedies. In his grief and rage, Nagato used his Rinnegan powers and the 6 paths of pain to slaughter Hanzo's entire army, although Hanzo himself managed to escape. Later, Nagato launched a brutal campaign of vengeance, using his overwhelming power to not only kill Hanzo, but also eradicate all of his family and allies. He established a new rule over Omegakure and turned the village into Akatsuki's base of operations. This land of endless rain witnessed many more sorrowful events, including the death of Jiraiya during his mission to uncover the truth about pain, and later the loss of Konan in her battle against Uchiha Obito. However, when Konan passed away, the eternal reign over Omegakure finally ceased, and a rainbow appeared. In the end, the souls of the 3 close friends, Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan, were reunited with their teacher Jiraiya at their old home. This moment symbolized that after all the pain and suffering the land had endured, peace would finally come to this scarred place. Their decision to entrust their dream of peace to Naruto marked the beginning of hope for a brighter future. Hot Water Village. Now we arrive at the Hot Water Village. Honestly, calling this a village in the same breath as Konoha or the Cloud feels like calling a noodle stand a 5-star restaurant. This place is tiny, barely shows up in the story, and doesn't even have a famous Kage we can point to. But it does have one very special export: Hidan. Yes, the immortal psycho from the Akatsuki came from this quiet little place. He wasn't strong in the conventional sense. He didn't have giant chakra reserves or deadly ninjutsu. What he did have was something far scarier: immortality through his twisted Joshin religion. Cut off his head, stab him through the chest, burn him. He'll still be trash-talking you like nothing happened. His real weapon, though, was the ritual curse. Just one drop of blood, and suddenly your life is tied to his. Stab himself, and you drop dead. That's how he took down Asuma, one of Konoha's best jonin. The craziest part? He did it with a smile on his face, treating murder like a performance. The truth is, the Hot Water Village doesn't give us any other names to even consider. Their strongest ninja by default is Hidan, and honestly, it fits. He's the definition of small village, big nightmare. If he lands a hit, the fight is already over. Honorable mentions? None. Unless you want me to count the villagers who probably prayed every day that Hidan never came home for dinner. Cloud Village. Kumogakure, the village hidden in the clouds, is one of the powerful forces among the 5 great shinobi nations. It was founded during the post-warring states period under the leadership of the first Raikage. This marked the beginning of a new era as ninja villages began to take shape and evolve into major centers of power. The relationship between Kumogakure and Konohagakure has always been tense and complicated, especially during the time of Tobirama Senju, the second Hokage, and the second Raikage. Kumogakure is known for its relentless ambition to strengthen its military power, often resorting to schemes aimed at stealing secrets and abilities from Konohagakure. This strategy led to several bloody clashes between the two villages throughout the First and Third Great Ninja Wars. One of the most notable events in Kumogakure's history involves the brothers Kinkaku and Ginkaku attempting to confront the Nine Tails. Although they failed to capture the beast, they created an extraordinary story by surviving 2 weeks inside the Nine Tails' stomach by consuming its flesh. This act not only allowed them to escape, but also made them among the few ninjas to possess the Nine Tails chakra. Driven by its ambitions, Kumogakure also carried out other daring schemes, such as the attempted kidnapping of Kushina Uzumaki to study her special chakra. Notably, the village made 2 attempts to abduct Hinata Hyuga, aiming to seize the Byakugan, one of the most powerful dojutsu. These actions only deepened the animosity between the 2 villages. In the past, the second Raikage and the second Hokage made efforts to mend the tense relationship between their villages and attempted to reach a peace agreement. However, this attempt was sabotaged. Eventually, the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, fell at the hands of Kumogakure's ninjas. This event was not only a devastating loss for Konohagakure, but also deepened the rift between the 2 villages. Decades later, during the Third Great Ninja War, the 2 villages clashed once again. This was highlighted by the confrontation between A, who would later become the Raikage, and Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash, who eventually became the leader of the Leaf Village. Kumogakure's military strength is built on a foundation of lightning release techniques, considered the most powerful among the 5 elemental natures. Notably, Kumogakure is the only village to have 2 Jinchuriki who could fully control their tailed beasts: Yugito Nie, with the 2 tails, Matatabi, and Killer Bee, with the 8 tails, Gyuki. The paths of these Jinchuriki were far from easy, as they endured discrimination and isolation from their fellow villagers. However, thanks to their exceptional control over their tailed beasts and the support of the third Raikage, who adopted Killer Bee, Bee gradually earned the respect and admiration of his community. Even up until the Fourth Great Ninja War, when the allied shinobi forces were formed, tensions between the Leaf Village and the Cloud Village remained. However, the unique friendship between Naruto and Killer Bee became a crucial bridge for reconciliation. Their seamless teamwork in the fight against the Akatsuki and during the Fourth Great Ninja War helped to break down long-standing prejudices and animosities that had existed for generations. Grass Village. Now, let's switch gears to the Grass Village. Compared to the Cloud, this place is, let's say, quiet. No legendary Kage, no war-changing heroes, just a few side characters that slipped into the story. It's the kind of village you forget exists until Orochimaru shows up to ruin someone's day. Who do we even have here? First, Karin Uzumaki. Yep, she's from Grass before joining Orochimaru. Karin might not throw giant Rasengans around, but her abilities are sneaky powerful. She can sense chakra across huge distances, pinpoint enemies in the middle of a battlefield, and heal injuries instantly if someone bites her. Sasuke would have been done for multiple times if not for her bite heal trick. She's basically a walking medkit with an attitude. Then there's that random Kunoichi Orochimaru used as a body host during the Chunin exams. And, well, that's about it. She didn't exactly leave a mark in history, so we can't really consider her a serious candidate. So the Grass Village's strongest has to be Karin. She's not top tier compared to other villages, but when the best you've got is a chakra sensor who can heal critical wounds, you take it. Sometimes survival skills matter more than flashy ninjutsu, and Karin proved herself again and again in life or death fights alongside Sasuke. Mist Village. Kirigakure, the village hidden in the mist of the Land of Water, is one of the powerful forces among the 5 great shinobi nations. With its unique geography surrounded by towering mountains and perpetually thick mist, Kirigakure exudes a mysterious beauty, while also possessing a natural, impenetrable defense system that makes it difficult for intruders to approach. Under the leadership of 6 generations of Mizukage, Kirigakure has grown into a formidable ninja powerhouse, specializing in water release techniques. The ninjas of Kirigakure are renowned for their mastery of water manipulation in battle, turning their surroundings into lethal weapons. The village's foundation traces back to the post-Warring States period, when the first Mizukage laid its groundwork. Like Konohagakure, this village has experienced numerous upheavals. However, the darkest period in Kirigakure's history is often referred to as the Bloody Mist era. During the time of the 3rd and 4th Mizukage, Kirigakure became infamous for its brutal ninja training methods. One of the most notorious practices was the graduation ceremony at the Ninja Academy, where students were forced to fight each other to the death to be recognized as full-fledged ninjas. This policy created a generation of ruthless shinobi, cementing Kirigakure's fearsome reputation in the shinobi world. During this period, many talented ninjas from Kirigakure chose to defect, unable to accept the village's extreme methods. This led to the establishment of the Hunter 9 unit, tasked with tracking down rogue ninjas and preventing the village's secrets from being leaked to the outside world. The dark era of Kirigakure became even more complicated when the truth about Uchiha Madara manipulating Yagura Karatachi, the 4th Mizukage, came to light. Using the power of the Sharingan, Madara turned the young leader into a puppet, further plunging the village into chaos and violence. As a result of this bloody period, Kirigakure's forces were significantly weakened. During this time, the village's combat strength was considered the lowest among the 5 great shinobi nations. However, under the leadership of the 5th Mizukage, Mei Terumi, Kirigakure worked to rebuild its reputation and restore trust with other nations. These efforts helped the village reclaim its status as a powerful ninja nation. Despite its tumultuous history, Kirigakure remains home to many exceptional ninjas. Among its most famous is the 7 Ninja Swordsmen of the Mist, the strongest swordsmen of the village. Each member wields a unique sword with extraordinary abilities, the most notable being Samihara, a living sword capable of absorbing chakra. The village is also known for producing unique talents such as Haku, a young shinobi with the rare ice release Kekkei Genkai. Known for his ability to perform hand seals with one hand, Haku was a formidable fighter in his time. His skills were so remarkable that Kabuto chose to revive him during the 4th Great Ninja War to fight against the allied shinobi forces. Sand Village. Sunagakure, also known as the village hidden in the sand, is one of the 5 great ninja countries in the ninja world. Located in the dry, vast desert lands of the Wind Country, it faces the challenge of scarce essential resources. Sunagakure is famous for its wind release techniques, which can be used with or without a fan, with the most notable example being Tamari, who is always seen wielding her massive folding fan. The history of Sunagakure is filled with battles and major conflicts, including confrontations with Konohagakure. Although not explicitly detailed, the poisoning attempts by Chiyo, one of the village's most experienced ninja, were thwarted by Tsunade of the Hidden Leaf. At the time, Tsunade, the strongest medical ninja in Konoha, was the only one capable of neutralizing Chiyo's poison. This made Chiyo feel both frustrated and impressed by Tsunade's exceptional skills, often calling her the little snail girl. Since the time of the second Kazekage, Tsunagakure had been researching and harnessing the power of the one-tailed beast, Shukaku, aiming to turn it into a weapon for the village. Under the reign of the fourth Kazekage, the one-tailed beast was sealed into the body of a newborn Gaara with the goal of turning him into a living weapon. This act eventually led to Akatsuki attacking the village to capture the beast. At the time, Gaara, who had become the fifth Kazekage, tried to protect his village, but he was ultimately captured by Akatsuki, and Shukaku was extracted from his body. Despite being outnumbered compared to other great ninja countries like Konohagakure, Tsunagakure maintains its strength thanks to the exceptional skill of its ninja. In addition to Gaara and Chiyo, Tsunagakure has produced other significant figures in ninja history, including the third Kazekage, who is regarded as the strongest Kazekage with his ability to control iron sand, the fourth Kazekage, who could use gold dust, and especially Sasori, Chiyo's grandson, who became a legend in the art of puppetry. Sasori created many puppets with special abilities, including a puppet modeled after the third Kazekage. He stained the sand with the blood of his enemies, earning him the title Sasori of the Red Sand. Later, Kankuro inherited some of Sasori's puppets and even used the artificial body left by Sasori, demonstrating resilience and the ability to develop from the legacies of past generations. Waterfall Village. The Waterfall Village doesn't get much spotlight in Naruto. It's small, tucked away, and honestly feels more like a tourist attraction than a real power player. But despite its size, it did produce two shinobi worth talking about, Kakuzu and Fu. Fu was the Seven Tails Jinchuriki, and on paper, that should make her the strongest of the village. But the reality is, we barely saw her do anything. She showed up, got captured, and then faded from the story. Being a Jinchuriki is powerful, sure, but only if you can actually control and use the beast inside you. On the other hand, Kakuzu was a nightmare. This guy lived for nearly a century by stealing hearts from other shinobi and stitching them into his body. With his Earth Grudge Fear technique, he had 5 hearts at once, meaning you had to kill him 5 separate times. Each heart also gave him access to elemental attacks, turning him into a one-man army. He tanked hits, unleashed large-scale destruction, and fought some of Konoha's best shinobi all at once. Oh, and let's not forget, he was the one who captured Fu in the first place. That alone proves he stood above her. So the strongest from the Waterfall Village has to be Kakuzu. He wasn't on the same level as the top Akatsuki like Pain or Itachi, but in terms of raw strength and durability, he was terrifying. The guy was practically unkillable, unless you had someone like Naruto spamming Rasenshuriken. Sound Village. Otogakure, the village hidden in sound, was founded by Orochimaru after he left the Akatsuki organization. Unlike traditional ninja villages, Otogakure wasn't originally a real village, but rather a complex network of laboratories and secret bases spread across various locations. Its main purpose was to serve Orochimaru's ambitions, allowing him to conduct human experiments in his quest for immortality and mastery over all jutsu. The ninjas of Otogakure are known for their unique techniques, most of which stem from Orochimaru's experiments to modify their bodies. This makes Otogakure a distinctive and unpredictable force in the ninja world. At the heart of Otogakure is none other than Orochimaru himself, one of the legendary Sannin from the Hidden Leaf Village. With his extraordinary longevity and terrifying regenerative abilities, Orochimaru is one of the hardest individuals to kill in the ninja world. While his combat strength might not always outshine others, his sheer tenacity and ability to survive make him nearly impossible to eliminate completely. Truly, he embodies the image of a mad scientist. Alongside Orochimaru is Kabuto Yakushi, a character as complex as his master. Although Kabuto was not born in Otogakure, he lived and conducted many experiments there after catching Orochimaru's attention. Under Orochimaru's guidance, Kabuto not only assisted with his master's experiments, but also explored and developed his own powers. The group also included Kimimaro, the last surviving member of the Kaguya clan. Kimimaro served Orochimaru with absolute loyalty. With his unique Kekkei Genkai that allowed him to control his bones, Kimimaro was chosen to be Orochimaru's next vessel before his terminal illness worsened. His special ability made him one of the important figures summoned by Ito Tensei during the Fourth Ninja World War. We cannot forget the Four Sound Ninjas, who became famous during the Konoha Crush arc. Though their screen time was short, this group was honestly pretty cool, and they stand as proof of Orochimaru's success in creating powerful warriors through body modification experiments. 10 years after the Fourth Ninja World War, Otogakure was rebuilt into a legitimate ninja village. The improvement in relations between Otogakure and other villages was demonstrated when Mitsuki, Orochimaru's son, was allowed to attend the Hidden Leaf Village's ninja academy and later became a genin of Konohagakure. Konohagakure, also known as the Hidden Leaf Village, is one of the most powerful ninja villages within the Naruto world. As one of the 5 great shinobi nations, Konohagakure is led by its Kage, the Hokage, and throughout its illustrious history, the village has been under the leadership of 8 Hokages. Representing the element of fire, many of its ninja are skilled in fire release jutsu, showcasing the unique strength of this land. The strength of Konohagakure comes from the diversity of its powerful clans. The Uchiha and Hyuga boast incredible dojutsu abilities, while clans like Akamichi, Aburame, and Inuzuka display unique combat skills. Additionally, the Nara and Yamanaka clans contribute exceptional strategic and support capabilities. From its foundation as an alliance between the Senju and Uchiha clans, the village has faced many significant events. It endured the devastating Nine Tails attack, which claimed the lives of the 4th Hokage and his wife, Kushina, leading to Naruto being chosen as the Jinchuriki. The Chunin exams brought an invasion from Otogakure and Tsunagakure, resulting in the 3rd Hokage's death at Orochimaru's hands. Later, the village faced the terrifying assault by Pain, whose goal was to capture Naruto and Kurama. Besides external challenges, Konohagakure also faced simmering internal conflicts. The discrimination between the Hyuga clan's main and branch families, as well as the marginalization of the Uchiha clan, led to serious consequences, including an attempted coup and the tragic downfall of the Uchiha clan. Despite these issues, the village remained relatively stable thanks to its foundational philosophy, the will of fire. This enduring spirit burns brightly in the heart of every ninja, a priceless legacy passed down from generation to generation. It inspires warriors to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, protecting the village and their loved ones. The Hokages, as the ultimate symbols of the will of fire, excelled in passing on this passion and dedication to the next generation. What truly makes Konohagakure extraordinary, however, is its continuous stream of exceptional talent. From Hashirama Senju, the god of shinobi, with his legendary wood release, and Tobirama's creation of dangerous forbidden jutsu, to the renowned Sanin. And legends like Hadake Sakumo, the White Fang, Minato, the Yellow Flash, and Kakashi, the Copy Ninja. These individuals not only shaped the village's glorious history, but also solidified Konohagakure's dominant position in the shinobi world.